Have you been wondering about the summons and the currency within Wuthering Waves? Well, look no further, because thanks to this Twitter user, typically Gemma, there is a graphic showcasing everything currency and summon currency related to Wuthering Waves, and I'm just going to quickly cover it right here, right now. So let's start off with Lunite. Now, Lunite is your Honeric shards in Star Rail. This is the stuff that you're going to buy. Now, if you're not planning on spending any money, you're probably not really going to see it all that much, maybe ever. But it's still worth knowing that that is basically how you get Astrites, which is like the Stellar Jade Primo Gem of Wuthering Waves. And this is probably what you're going to end up getting throughout your time playing the game. And this is what allows you to purchase tides. Now, tides are your passes, your summon currency basically, and there are 3. There's Lustrous Tide, which is your standard banner, and this is where things get interesting. You've got Forging Tide, which is your limited weapon banner summoning currency, and then you've got Radiant Tide, which is your limited character summoning currency. Now, this is quite interesting because I don't know that many gacha games that have 2 different currencies for limited weapon and limited character, but I think that if Wuthering Waves does it well, this will be a very good thing, because now you can exclusively save for one or the other. Is it gonna work out well? I don't know. Are we going to see issues with it where people ended up pre-saving for a weapon only to find out it's not good, or vice versa with a character when they should be saving up for a weapon? Yes. However, I think this will incentivize not turning your Astrites into specific tides. And then you've got the refund, the gacha refund system, which is the corals, the Ocelot coral and the Afterglow coral. Now, I'm going to assume that these are your embers and your starlights. I think that's what they are in Star Rail. I keep forgetting. And they're basically how you're going to be able to get materials, maybe more summons, maybe characters. I don't fully know that yet, but I'm going to assume it's at least going to be leveling up materials and probably summons. Well, it says on the graphic that it's used to purchase tides, items, and wave bands. Now, I'm not sure what wave bands are. Again, we're going to learn that. But it seems as though that's going to be how you will be able to get summons back from summons, i.e., 5 stars will have some, 4 stars will have some. So I think that's pretty interesting, but I want to kind of touch more on the limited weapon and character differentiation. I think it's going to be good, because now if I really just want to pre-save for weapons, if there aren't any characters that I'm interested in for the next little bit of time, I don't have to worry. I can now just focus on weapons, and that's all good. Now, this will be a problem if you don't get a sufficient amount of each from events. Now, I'm not sure if they're gonna have events that give free tides and all of that stuff. I'm gonna assume that they probably are. I mean, we're getting 20 summons at the beginning of the game if you pre-register. So if you haven't pre-registered already, what are you waiting for? It's literally free summons if you do. I literally did it a couple days ago when I first started this. So go ahead, get it done, do it. If you don't plan properly, having 2 separate summoning currencies for limited weapons and characters, that is the only time it's ever going to become a problem, I think, personally. But what does this teach us? Well, it's simple. They have a pretty interesting mechanic with the 2 different currencies for the limiteds, but apart from that, it's pretty much standard gacha protocol. So, simple advice, don't be an idiot, save up, plan your summons, and if you're gonna whale responsibly. Actually, no, don't whale, okay? Unless you're able to whale, don't whale. Don't do it. Don't spend money that you don't have, I swear to God. I'm probably not going to spend money unless there's a character that I really, really want, and if I actually have the money.